What's up, y'all?
It's today. What's today? Sunday. It's Sunday. I'm like, only.
Sunday.
I have no face. It's only the dark part because I'm the palest one.
It's true.
Struggle. Real.
It's true. Oh, it's true.
Were you going to outline this in pink and decide against it?
Hmm?
Were you going to outline this in pink and decide against it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's just pink right here.
Oh, I was gonna go down the middle, but it's real clean right there, and
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with it. What's up? What's up? It's Sunday class time.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Well, thank you, Christine. I need to put my glasses on. Okay, Cujo. Both of you.
Both of them.
Look at his little robotic ears.
Hey Emma. Oh, Bowie's.
Mm-hmm. Eating Chinese food.
Oh, Skew at work. I know, Gin Germs. We'll make it out there. We'll go whale. I can't wait. She's got massive whales, like humpbacky whales. Love these jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all.
Yes.
It's Monday. Ew.
Pebble for the teacher.
Relax. It's class
YouTube
time.
notification. Well, thanks for staying for as long as you are. They're good. They're right behind us. Just always wanting our attention exactly the time we go live. For some reason.
They know.
We got Bowie in the house.
You know that, thanks.
Look, he looks like he got a cigarette in his mouth. Oh, you drop it because you don't want any of your ladies know that
You indulge.
you indulge in a little. Oh, he wants me to hold it.
Yeah.
That's what he wants me to do.
Thanks.
I know you're busy, but hold
I
this.
need you to stop what you're doing to hold my this. Thanks. Very important.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are excited because we're excited.
Hello
for
from Ireland.
this.
Well, hello there, Olivia. No, he don't train me. He does that to her.
Hi, me over here.
What am I not going to hold the chew stick in front of 26 people watching? Possibly 100. We don't never know. Eat it. Eat it.
Don't let him fool you. He holds it for the baby.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put a piece of duct tape on his foot and duct tape it to his foot so then that way he can hold it.
Oh my God, we're gonna get PETA yelling at us. He doesn't really do that.
I don't put duct tape to his feet.
We are working
Look,
on a
he's still got all his fur.
thing.
He's still got all his fur on his feet.
We're working on a thing to give puppies thumbs.
It's all right if y'all are just hanging out watching. It's not a big deal. We encourage you to join along if you have your products. If you just want to hang back and watch, that's okay too. Not a problem. God, like he really gets down on this.
He loves it. So, if everyone is ready, let's start.
I'm sorry, I have to miss tonight's because my husband invited his friends over. You need to tell the friends to go outside.
Right. Put them in the corner. It's true, Claire. Cool thing is you have to watch them over and over again. Christina Welch is in the house and her board is ready.
Nene's in the house. Claire's in the house. All right. So, we'll wait, I would say, I don't know, 5-10 more minutes or something, and let people jump in, get in. I know some people probably don't get notifications and they forget that it's game day. But while we're at it, why don't we just switch over to the fun transition. We'll be right back. Pour with us 2. 7.
2. I think 2 was.
Go over there, babe.
I'm gonna. Hola, fam. Hola. So while we're waiting on other people and whatever, I'm going to just go over with you what is in this class kit. If you have the materials at home, you want to grab them real quick so you can join in, awesome. If you want to watch this video later, it will be live forever and ever and ever, amen. So yeah. So the class comes with, in the kit, a 12x16 cradle board. We have these available, and everything else that we have in this kit you can get on our website, artistilldeath.com. And I have the class kit for this class if you're watching this later and you want to do it at whatever time. I have it linked down in the description box along with the kit for next month. What? I'm ahead of schedule. Shut up. I know. It's going to be for the fire class. So this is a 12x16 cradle board. I also have 8 of these little cups in the kit, so you have 4 to lift your board and 4 to mix your colors.
Your camera, that way. Camera. Whatever way I go, you do. Like if that was over you, so.
Okay.
And then a little more now.
Towards me?
Up. No.
Okay.
Up. There you go. That's good.
The kit also comes with these little vials of 10 mils of the color we're going to use. And the colors are Blue Lagoon tint from Color Obsession and Aqua tint from Color Obsession. Also, we're going to be using Milky Way by Resin Art and Titanium White from Just Resin. The resin for this class is going to be different from all the other classes in that we almost always use STONECOAT Art Coat, but for this particular method, the Diamond Coat from Just Resin works best. Something about the viscosity, I'm pretty sure. But in the kit for this month is this resin. Next month we go back to the Art Coat. That's our favorite. So all you kids joining in at home that have this resin, be advised, it is a 45-50 minute working time. It is not the 2-hour comfortable working time that we usually have. But this technique doesn't take that long anyway, so it's fine. Just be advised, don't mix it up and let it sit there because it will set up on you 100%. Also worth noting that the part B is a little bit yellow. A lot of times part B does that because the UV blockers are in the part A, but once you mix the two together, you won't be able to see the yellow hue at all. Oh, also in the kit are the stir sticks that we use, and the graduated mixing cup, and a no shed rag that I am out of. Cheers. So if you can, grab a friend to type any questions that you may have during this time, or have a rad. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. Also in the kit is the cake attachment or the concentrator nozzle that attaches to most heat guns. On here it has little notches so that you can fit it to most heat guns. The heat gun does not come in the kit, but the attachment does, and it fits most heat guns. So get some alcohol or Everclear or whatever, and put it on your rag and have it handy in case you need to wipe your hands off and ask questions, or have a friend handy to ask questions. Also in the kit are some gloves. They're nitrile, latex-free, powder-free gloves. For this class, you can have prep the board with like the sand texture spray or white or blue paint here. Not necessary. I'm not going to do it for mine just in case there are people that haven't done that. I feel like this is sand colored anyway, so it's not really necessary. But if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to go or if I need to wait while you get ready.
They're chilling. Lisa, I did watch that that video. He always does an amazing job. 1000 is one of my favorite guys to watch on YouTube.
Such a fun name. 1000. Everybody says we're a go.
3 people said we're a go.
Okay. So as long as no one said wait, then I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm not going to use these because I always run short on sticks. So I'm going to use some generic these. But I advise you to use our stir sticks because wood will introduce more bubbles into your resin because they're porous than what our acrylic sticks will. And our acrylic sticks are reusable, so
yeah,
it's better.
And it doesn't, and the resin and the pigment will wipe completely off. With the wood, it'll stain it, so you'll always have color on there. You can't use the same stick for a different color with wood.
See, okay, so let's get started. In your kit, you've got 4 ounces of A and 4 ounces of B of the Diamond Coat. This resin is from Australia. It's an import. You can get it from them, or you can get it from me in my shop. Since doing so many water ocean pieces lately, I am running low. I will reorder, but I do have some in stock right now. But just be advised, I will order more whenever I need to. It is a 45-minute working time, but it is a 1-to-1 resin, which means you use equal parts of A and B to create your resin. It is a 3 to 5 minute mix, just like other resins we use on the channel. It is 45 minutes working time, so be ready. Have all your materials ready before you start mixing your resin. Something else. Oh, it expels its own bubbles, so you don't have to babysit it while it's setting up to make sure you get a good, clean, glassy finish, and it sets up a little bit more quickly than Art Coat. So those are the 2 main awesome things about this resin, other than the fact that you can do ocean waves. So we're going to use probably all of what you have. So let's start with pouring out 4 ounces of part B, which is the yellower one. And I'm going to do this a little bit more slowly because it takes a little bit longer for all the resin to come out of little jars as opposed to the larger ones. And then once you have all that out, we're going to use 4 ounces or everything out of your part A. You also got in the kit, which I forgot to mention, 4 coasters, which I'm advising people to put behind their piece, just halfway under your board to catch all the runoff, because there will be a lot of runoff. And I don't want there to be a lot of waste, so that's how we're doing that. If you find that you need help getting more of the part A out to make it even in your cup, because the part A is thicker. Hit it with a little bit of heat from your heat gun. Be careful not to melt the plastic. So move the heat really quickly. Also,
Did you tell him what that looks like? A whole different board. It looks like a chef's hat.
it does look like a chef's hat. I told him I was putting those back there.
Okay.
Go ahead and, if you haven't already, put your cake, put your cake on. What is it called?
Cake on.
Get your cake on. What's it called? Concentrator nozzle.
Get your cake on.
What? So yeah, if you find that you need help getting the last little bit of your part A out, just hit the bottle with some heat. Moving quickly, but you don't want anything to scorch.
And if you guys are asking questions and we miss it or we don't answer it, please allow one of the mods with the blue little wrench beside their name, and their name is in blue. They'll be happy to answer it if they see it as well, unless somebody else answered it.
What's up, Western Australia?
Just if you ask a question and you don't hear us answer it, just look for one of the little wrenches with your name beside it, and that will normally mean that they're answering your question.
So, Tish, if your studio is cooler, then you probably have a little bit longer of a working time. And 45 minutes is the advised working time. Depending on your ambient temperature, you may have longer. You probably won't have shorter working time than the 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing my resin.
Did you just do that? You just mixed it?
I just poured it. I haven't mixed it yet.
Oh, I was gonna put.
I just started mixing now. Try to get your parts as even as possible. If it's just slightly under, and the part that's slightly under is, what doesn't say on here, which is party and parking, never mind. I redact my last statement. Try to get it as equal as possible. Your part A is only 3 ounces. That's not possible. Those are 4-ounce bottles. It's probably stuck on the sides. I would hit it with some heat. And other people that are starting to pour their resin out, do your part B for 3 ounces, so we don't have to, like, I won't have to. Do your part B for only 3 ounces, so you don't have to fight so hard to get all 4 ounces of the part A out, because the part A is thicker. And if you're watching this later, do a hot water bath on your part A to get it thinner, so that everything that's collecting on the sides comes out, if that makes sense. I'm not going to move too fast.
Put 40 minutes.
And use your heat gun on the bottle, making sure to move quickly to get the resin that's in it thin enough to come all the way out. Also, something Jeff likes to do is just cut the top off the bottle to scoop the other part out. I should have gotten larger bottles in retrospect so that it gives way for the part A to stick to the sides. That's my bad. So I will move very much more slowly so that you guys can get more of your part A out. The actual art portion of this doesn't take long at all. So don't stress. Stress takes all the fun out of it. So if you need a little bit more time to get more of the resin out, take the time. My apologies for that miscalculation. I don't know why it didn't occur to me to allow
What?
for all the, because in those little bottles, the part A is so much thicker that it's like collecting on the side and not
Yeah.
coming out like it should be.
Oh, there's Petra.
Hey, Petra, Angela, Heidi. Yeah, Claire, I advise to set the coasters up here, but I always need the reminders, so.
Yeah, her board is not a chef's hat.
That'd be a fun board to do though, chef's hat, for all the kitchens out there. We try, Tish. What's with that board shape? So I just put the coasters back here so that it collects all the runoff that we're gonna end up having. But it does look fun with that up there though.
I could put the stopwatch right there too.
Hey Megan.
There we go.
So take your time. We're not going to move on for another few minutes if you're still trying to get more of your part A out or still mixing your resin. No stress. Nene, give me a status report when you get a second. And thank you for letting me know that because it reminded me of all that I needed to say to people about how to get more of that part A out. And that's a tip that you can use at home because a lot of times people find they have less part A than they do part B. And that's because it's stuck to the sides of your bottle. So hit it with a little bit of heat or put it in a hot water bath to get more of that to come out. It's snowing. I want the boys to play in snow, but they'll get to play in snow for Christmas, I hope.
In Denver? Yeah, our oh,
Cowboys are something else
Cowboys.
today.
Man, what a just a ship show.
So we will talk random things while everyone's getting their resin mixed together, but once the class starts, we'll be more art focused. So hang in there if you're just now joining in.
Hello, Cami Planet Makeup. That's a new name. If you're here and you're new and you're just tuning in, we are doing our Pour With Us class number 7. This will be our 7th one. It's just something we started right at COVID,
Pandemic.
so that we can kind of teach a free class to get you guys still in the mood to keep up with the resin trends if you must, and keep you guys hanging out with us. It's the 25th of every month. Are we moving it next month?
Yeah, next month I'm moving it up to the 21st to give leeway for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving would be the next day. And so I don't want people to have to worry about this class when they're like making food and prepping for the next day or have all the family over. So we're doing it the Saturday beforehand, which is the 21st.
What's up, Bulls Wagga?
So
Thanks for
Deborah,
being a fan.
it is just a little bit thicker. And so this one works just a little bit better for waves than STONECOAT. With STONECOAT, it just doesn't tolerate that much heat. So the cells and the waves look really good, and then you set it and then you check it in a little bit, and because of the amount of heat we're gonna use, everything's kind of dispersed, you know? B, I think you set that for 39 days. Never mind. 39 hours.
39 hours. Somebody on here is going, wait a minute, what is this?
Thank you, Trisha. Hello, Megan. So is everyone still catching up and still getting their resin out, or are we good to move on? How are we feeling, everyone?
Let's just put this at 30 minutes
Yeah,
now.
just to be safe, do 30 minutes.
No, it's still at...
Yeah, I've had a few pieces that's happened too, Deborah, where everything looks good and then you set it in the whatever area you have, your dust-free area, and then you check it later and it's kind of just melted together. Good to go, ready to move forward. Okay. So while you're mixing your resin, just real quick, make sure you are scraping the sides and the bottom of your mixing cup and scrape the sides with your stir stick so that everything is fully incorporated. You don't want any weak spots in your resin. Okay. So we're gonna mix up 3 colors, and we're gonna do a white, the aqua, and the blue lagoon. And I'm gonna mix the Milky Way into my aqua and my blue lagoon.
Is that Cujo?
It sounds like it. Maybe in the kitchen wanting a snack.
What do you want, Ryder?
So I'm gonna mix about a pinky's width of the titanium white. That's really all we're gonna need for this piece.
You want to give her one of these snacks?
Cujo's not gonna eat that.
What do you-
He'll eat
what
the
do you
beef.
give her?
The beef one, it's in the cabinet, or the chicken.
600 bags.
So I poured out this
I
much
got-
for my white.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna fill my aqua and my blue all the way up. It's a little bit much, it'll spill out. You wanna save just a little bit of clear left in your mixing cup if you can. So I have a full aqua, a full blue lagoon, and a
I'm holding this one.
4th or just under of resin for my white. Okay. I'll send you a replacement, Nene. Just shoot me a message. Just wondering, do you know how long it would take to ship to Western Australia? It's like the kit to join next month. I would just order as soon as you can to ensure that it gets there in time. I already have the kit for next month live, and it's down in the description box. Now in your little pipettes of, oops, don't do what I did and splatter your color everywhere. In your little bottles of pigment, you have very much more than what you're gonna need today. Very much more. I just used 3 drops. The little bottle has a dropper in it. And this is going to be your shoreline color. If you want to get extra fancy, you can use this color on the piece and then add a couple more drops in to do a mid-tone before your dark color. It's totally up to you. Also, don't put your color in before your resin because for some reason this tint will eat through plastic. So this is going to be my shoreline color. Very soft green teal aqua color.
Very nice color.
But I am going to add a couple more drops in for a mid-tone after I get my first initial bit of color down.
Are you done with that?
And I'm going to do a 4 drop,
Holy crap, that was fast, Billy.
maybe 5 drop actually, because I want my deep blue to be
Did you
on the
already eat
darker
that?
side, but keep in mind you can
Goodness
always
gracious.
add more color. You can't take it away. So a good bit of advice would be to add a few drops, check how deep your color is, and then add a few more if you feel like you need to have a darker color.
Bakersfield, California, Shading of the Heart. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Angela. Yes, everybody, be sure to please hit your thumbs up.
For me, this is a great color for my deep blue portion.
If you're not doing the class, we would love to hear where you are chiming in from. If you're new, or if you haven't chatted.
Yeah, Nene, please do proceed. For some reason, she only got 3 ounces of one of them. And so, I don't know. So, but Nene, just so you get the technique down, just mix it up normal. It's probably not going to cure, but I'm going to send you a whole, full, complete replacement kit. And just mix it up and follow along. And I'll send you a replacement kit, but follow along with us with what you have so that you get the technique down while we're doing this. And I'll send you a free
You want to go over there,
replacement.
really, Pants? You want to stay here?
Does that make sense? Hope it makes
Mhm.
sense. Angela, these are from Color Obsession, and the white is going to be from Just Resin. Hi, Nicole in Australia. So now we're going to do
Donna from Liverpool.
The
Deborah
white.
from Charleston. Mark. Shanika. Farmer Young from Atlanta. Sorry if I mispronounce your name.
So you're going to have a lot of
Kristen from Montana.
pigment left over of all of them that you can use on future pours. So you want your white to be opaque. I think I gave you enough white there for you to use like a third of it.
Look at all these people. Rebecca from Idaho.
My sister used to
Ron
live in
from
Boise.
Western New York. Sharon from PA. Karen from Chicago.
Oh my goodness, I almost forgot my Milky Way.
Montana.
So you guys have a lot of Milky Way there. You still want your resin to be transparent or translucent. So only use a little bit of your Milky Way to start, and we'll add more depending on if we want more or less sparkle. You don't want to make an opaque pigment, which will happen if you put too much Milky Way in there. And the Milky Way, what it's going to do is give your ocean a bit of a sparkle. And if you don't want the sparkle, perfectly fine. Just don't add the Milky Way.
Hello from Southington, I guess Connecticut. From Maryland. Wow. Judy's in the house. What's up, Judy?
Judy! See that sparkle? Can't get that with anything other than Milky Way or abalone from Resin Art. That bling it is just amazing. I'm not even doing anything crazy and it looks so awesome.
What's up, Shane? We got upstate New York. Vicky in the house. Anita. Emma wants to know who makes the Milky Way.
Resin Art does, which is a sub-brand of Color Art. And Evelyn, I put my Milky Way in both the Blue Lagoon and the Aqua, not the titanium, because titanium is opaque and it would just eat the sparkle. You wouldn't have been able to see it.
Okay.
Hi, little boy.
Okay, mister.
Sorry, you guys. This is a live studio audience, and the boys are here, and Cujo's very mean. Well, Bullswagga, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all of you guys are here. Debbie, everyone keeps thinking that's a cartoon chef hat. Okay. So I'm not going to add any more Milky Way to mine, because I like the subtle sparkle. Trust me, it will take over because it's very, very awesome. Pigment, powder, however you want to say.
Okay, don't start that. He's really just doing that.
Miss.
Calm
See,
down.
when I say something to him, he's like, oh, I was kidding. Could you go lay down? A substitute for Milky Way from just Resin. Snow, glitter, their snow color is similar. It's not as sparkly, but it is very close. Yeah.
Those wagga.
I'm allergic to resin, so I get geared up when I do anything in resin. That is the reason it took me so much time to prefer.
Maybe prepare.
So absolutely, if you need a respirator, gloves, a Tyvek suit, goggle, whatever you
Whatever
need,
you need to protect yourself.
you should wear it. I'm in a very well ventilated, high ceiling, open space, but definitely take the time that you need to take all the proper precautions for your body and yourself. Absolutely. If I need to slow down, let me know. I don't wear a respirator because I wouldn't be able to speak to you, but nothing wrong with it. Absolutely recommend it. Okay. We're gonna move on to the pouring unless you guys need me to slow down. You have 1 minute to let me know.
1 minutes. We have 19 minutes of working time left.
Plenty.
Thank you everybody that chimed in and let us know where they're from. Lori, welcome from Boston, Mass. That's so awesome. We don't get a lot of people from Boston.
Ready, ready, ready. Okay. So now you need to decide what you want your beach wave to look like. So I always kind of just in my head like pre-draw it out so I can visualize what it's going to look like. And if you want to pour this way, like have your wave come up here, do that. Do whatever floats your little boat. Do whatever, what was it Chris said? Not whatever floats your boat. Whatever sets your resin, whatever mixes your resin. So, UV stable and low in VOCs and odor. So low is all it designates in terms of VOCs. Bride of Frankenstein, she's my favorite. She's available.
Well, I know there's a police station back here and it looks really gloomy back there, so.
Hi Donna Parker, congrats on Willow Jade. Give her a big hug for us when you get to.
I did that last Halloween.
Okay.
She looks like a young one though.
She is. So I'm going to make my ocean come around like this. And you can pick any design of wave coming in that you want. But put down like a thumb, about a thumb's width of clear.
Do you see how she did that? She just kind of took it out of her resin with the stick, and don't pour it with your cup because you'll pour way too much on there.
May get out of control.
Yeah.
It's all about control. I'm making sure that my coasties are half under my board.
I'll put the camera there when you start doing
Okay.
that.
So once you get your design out how you like it, the next color to go on is going to be your aqua. And the reason why we're doing aqua is because it's kind of an aqua green color. And if you look at an ocean where the depth of the water is most shallow, it's got a green hue to it. So I'm just going to put that out just like that. Now I'm going to add a couple more drops of my aqua. Probably three more drops in there. And that's going to be a mid-tone between my blue lagoon, my deep area, and my shallow area. Hey Tammy, no worries. I guess it will be there tomorrow. I will ship yours out for the next month sooner. So now I added a couple more drops and my aqua color is deeper, which is the great thing about the tints is they're so versatile. You can add as many drops as you want to make the color as lighter or as deep in terms of color as you want. The overhead camera is kind of darker. Can we like move up the exposure like one notch? Like this one's so much more.
Well, for one, it's a different camera.
Look at the difference in color for that.
It's
It's crazy that those are both the same tint.
Did you say that or?
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a thing, then don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Well, if you, I mean, yeah, of course I can do it. You know?
Don't worry about these breaks in the resin. We're gonna fill those in shortly. Now I'm gonna put my Blue Lagoon out. And while we're doing this, I'm going to talk a little bit about heat and how easy it is to scorch your resin. So you have to be very particular in how fast you move your heat gun so that you don't scorch your resin. You just want to have enough heat on it to move the resin. But I'll get closer in on that once we pick up the torch, which is going to be in just a minute. So now we need to just fill in all those blank spots. And don't be too concerned about how this looks right now. It's a bit crazy, but once we put our white down and start manipulating it, it's going to look really nice. So I'm blending it up into that clear area. And my main concern is not having just 3 sections of color. I'm doing like a figure 8 to get it blended and give a nice gradient all the way down. What's up, Sam?
So while everybody's doing that, I would like to say that we are looking for 2 to maybe 3 more mods to kind of maybe give these other mods maybe a rest so that they don't always have to come in and you know, we really work these mods hard. Clara is always in here. I know that. Judy is always in here. JJ,
Nene.
Shane, and Nene. They're like always in here. So we would love to find 2 or 3 more, maybe to not necessarily take their place, because we'll give, you know, everybody that has a no, that has a wrench. We don't get rid of your wrench. We just give more wrenches out. I know some people are like, oh my God, I have to go live. I'm a mod. We can't have any trolls in there.
He just doesn't want y'all to feel overworked.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that, you know, everybody's taken care of as far as questions being answered and trolls being taken care of and
Emma, you got a lot going
getting
on.
put in timeout. So what we're going to be doing is just keeping an eye on everybody, seeing how everybody interacts with people. As far as if you answer somebody's question, and just being very helpful and interactive. So we're keeping an eye on you, on you, ATD fam.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye out for the next few days. That's all the audition process is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the white. here's the deal with white. Will you move this down to here so I can show? Move this one. So we're gonna pour this white to where it's touching the clear as well as touching. So we want it to be touching the clear and touching the board. We're just gonna pour it to where it's 50-50, right? So I'm gonna pour it out of the cup. If you feel more controlled with a stir stick, putting it down, absolutely do that. I'm pinching this so I have more of a point. And if it doesn't touch exactly on, it's no big deal. Just come back through. And if your resin like double lines like that, also not a problem. You want, again, not more than maybe a pointer finger or a chunky pinky. Okay? But if you do have a thumb on there, I'll do it just in case someone goes over. It's not no problem whatsoever.
This here so they can see that.
Now we're about to start with the heat, and this technique is not advanced, but controlling the amount of heat we're about to do is the advanced concern with this. And so you just need to make sure that you keep your heat gun moving. You're gonna do kind of a fast windshield wiper, not even windshield wiper, just if you're gonna tell someone, just keep that small back and forth. We're gonna do this in 3 waves, no pun intended. 3 little bits. You need to keep your heat moving. If you stop it, you'll probably see some smoke. That's bad. Don't breathe it, and don't keep your head over the piece when you're doing this because you don't want to breathe those fumes. Just keep an eye on it. We're going to hold the board up at, how many degrees is this? Someone tell me. Someone tell me how many degrees this is. You can see in this camera right here.
I would say that's like
45,
45. 45 is like, it's like right at 45, so.
45. Good, cool, awesome. So we're gonna do this at a 45-degree angle. We're gonna keep the heat moving really quick. We're only gonna heat up a third of the surface. We're gonna push all the way down, third all the way down, and third all the way down. I guess I should do that again because they didn't see any of it.
Sorry, I'm
We're
just
gonna
trying
do
to get
third
this.
all the way down. We're gonna do a third all the way down, and a third all the way down. All right, we're gonna use our heat gun on high heat and high blow. I don't know other way to say that. So high and high. Clear it, you're not going anywhere. I know where you live. How long do you let it rest for you? How long do you let the rest before you start a pour like this? I'm not sure, Allie, what that, is there a word missing?
Maybe how long before you let it rest?
Thank you, Michael. All right, high heat and high airflow. 45 degrees. And we're going to
Not with this one, Angela.
let the resin start moving, and we're gonna follow it down. Moving and follow it down. Remember, we're only working in the first third right now. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Don't let anything scorch. So just push it all the way down. Just keep that quick movement. Then once that's all the way down, start on this middle third. Keep it moving. And then the last third. You don't want to hold your heat too close. I'm about 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the surface. There's going to be a lot flowing off the back of the board. That's perfectly normal, perfectly fine. And then once your last bit of white flows off of this last third, you can let your board back down. How'd you get on now? He's stuck. So we're gonna let our board back down at that point, and essentially the piece is done. It's going to rest, and more cells will populate once the piece has some time to breathe. Don't go back over areas, because trust me, I've done it. It will not work out. So if there's a piece you don't like, so for instance right here, I feel like there's too much white right here.
Thank you.
I feel like there's too much white right here, or this is too soft. If I were to go back in with the heat gun and try to push that back out again, it's going to make it look so much worse. Just let it be. If there's something you wish you would have done differently, do a second layer. Same process. Exact same. So this would be a completed piece. I love it. We'll come back in and we'll paint the sides a blue color and then do a flood. And it'd be good to go. Sorry, gotta roll up my sleeves a little bit. Look at that subtle sparkle, y'all. Look, it's just as we've just been sitting here, more and more cells are popping up in these areas. Loving it. Yep.
Tara Wilson, that's you don't have to do that. Just saying that is just as good. We appreciate that.
So I'm going to give you guys time to do your work on this. I'm going to wipe the bottom of my piece off and take mine to my dust-free zone. If you don't have a dust-free zone, you can use the box that this kit came in, turn it upside down, and that will cover your piece. Just make sure that the edges aren't sticking to the box when you leave it to rest. Look how sparkly that is. B, can you see that on camera?
You're in overhead, yeah.
Alright, let's go dust free this beautiful beach.
It didn't fall on the coasters too much, but you could still do them like that.
I have some resin left over. I can mix some more color. So I do have a little bit of resin left over. So I'm going to mix just the rest of this color into my color cups. If you don't have any resin left over, then we're going to just pick it up from the paper that we have down. Because I used all of the resin I had already mixed color into, I had to put more pigment in, which is perfectly fine. As long as you're within the working time, you can still use the cups that you've been using.
Good night, Donna Parker.
Night, Donna Parker. Congrats again. And because I like sparkly things, I'm going to mix a little bit more Milky Way into these. It's crazy how these granules are.
Still 1 minute left.
Kind
It
of on
looks
the
like
larger
it's
side.
still working.
Oh yeah. 45 is just like the please be advised amount of time.
That was just chilling.
He just wants to be involved.
We probably don't even have any more of these, huh?
No. Alright, so these coasters I'm just going to pick up and put on these cups. Looks like I missed the mark on that one. This one looks super fun. Missed the mark on that one. So if you don't have any resin left, just smush it into your overflow.
Smush, smush, smush. Oh.
Like your super awesome alarm's going off, sir.
That's amazing.
Everything looks more amazing with the
Yeah.
Milky Way involved.
Yeah. Do we have Milky Way on our website?
I sure do. I only have the 30 mils in stock right now, but I have more on order already.
If you guys didn't hear that, she does have this Milky Way in stock on our website, artisttilldeath.com. And you better get it while the getting's good, because it goes.
Like aside from whites, Milky Way is one of those colors that it's hard for me to keep in stock. People always
Education Alley.
want. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you guys don't know, we put every dollar made on the channel back into the channel so that we can teach live for you guys every day. Most every day.
Lori Lawrence wants to know, where do I get the kit?
You can get it on our website, artisttilldeath.com, which is right here. Or you can click under the video in the description box and I have a link to this kit as well as next month's kit.
We'll see you, Tricia. Heidi wants to know, do you know when you will get the ATD Fireball back?
It's on order. I think the ETA on that is November 2nd for the arrival of that shipment. I'm leaving that awesome drip from the overflow, and I'm going to leave this awesome drip from the overflow.
Education Alley says, how long do you let your resin rest before you do the white? I think my layers are too thin and it mixes.
So it really depends on what kind of resin you use. If you're using a thinner resin that has a 45-minute working time, then I would let it rest or pre-mix your white into some resin like 30 minutes before you're gonna pour to let it thicken up really well. If you're using a resin that's like the diamond coat, you don't have to wait at all, but if it's a thinner resin, you have to let it set up for maybe 30 minutes. If you're using art coat and you're trying to do this, you need to mix that white up like an hour and a half before you're gonna pour, depending on your ambient temperature.
Heidi says, yikes, I have a commission I need to have done by December that I need that color for. Any similar that would you suggest?
Shoot me a message, Heidi. I may have some in my personal stock that I can send you.
That looks so fun.
And I was gonna tilt it back, but it looks good, so I'm gonna just leave it tilted that way.
That looks great. Does STONECOAT have a heat-resistant resin that will cure under a UV light?
I don't think
I
that
don't think so.
STONECOAT has a UV resin, but they just may not have it yet. That doesn't mean that they're not gonna develop one. I don't, to my knowledge, STONECOAT doesn't have a UV resin at this time.
Deborah bought a Sea Life stencil. We appreciate that.
Yeah. We should be shipping those in, and wasn't your mask your
It should be here by 8.
or today? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. We have to smush it.
It looks like the earth.
It does look earthy. A lot of clouds.
Very earthy.
For the ones that we dribbled the overflow on, I didn't use the heat gun to push it around. I just heated it up enough to make it move. I think I'm just going to drip it onto this other one. I'm just tilting it off so that the design just barely rolls over, and I'm going to let it tilt back this way.
Twisted Art Lady, we don't make custom stencils. We just made this Sea Life stencil for the ocean pours, the underwater, like silhouette with sharks and what is that, turtles and fish and stuff. You need a TARDIS stencil.
Is that a
Lisa said,
Star
please
Wars.
check your ATV text, please. Okay, we'll be able to check it after the live.
I will. Can't check it right this second. No, I've been slacking on that. We've had a lot going on.
Tara Wilson says, I know you guys just came in from something you were doing, but are you guys going anywhere else?
So we did just get in from LA, and we are going to be doing a Florida class.
Yeah, you still, okay?
And we're finalizing everything on that as we speak. Awesome.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
The thing about coasters is that you can experiment with other techniques. Awesome, Karen. Oh, from Doctor Who. Oh, yeah. I remember.
Boy pants, hello. Hi. Oh, yeah. You're just gonna lay on your back to fall over, mister?
These coasters are so fun. Look at that Milky Way sparkle. Do you guys ever come out to Virginia? We're actually gonna do an East Coast tour when the weather warms back up. Sleep problems. Teamwork, y'all.
Teamwork, all the dream work.
So yeah,
That is so fun.
ooh, this one turned out fun too.
Well, we'll see you later. Feel better, Emma. So,
Alright.
STONECOAT, no wait for the white. What?
So
She's putting that in the dust-free zone. Bowie over here chilling. Chilling, Bowie pinch. Chilling, Bowie pinch.
So I've tried the STONECOAT resin for the waves. The deal is you have to let that resin set for over half the working time to get it to the consistency that you need in order to make it thick enough to be able to withstand the heat without completely melting. And an hour and a half just sitting here while that white sets up would be not conducive to a good class. So that's why we adjusted it to the diamond coat. But while you're at home, feel free.
Can I show them what you made today?
Yeah.
Look what Erica made today.
It's just a little commish.
How awesome is that? It just blinged out. It looks so different in person.
So in the next class, we will be going back to the STONECOAT Art Coat. Or go to Jam Jam. And we'll be doing Jeff's fire piece, which I have no idea where it is, or I would show you. If you want, stick your stir stick to the side of your cup, let it dry overnight or a couple days, and then you can pull it out and reuse this cup.
Can you get down?
And for your other stir sticks, your little stir sticks, just wipe those off with the rag that we provided, and you can reuse those forever and ever and ever again. Reduce waste. I'm gonna just move this because it's asking for the cats to blurb it up. You there.
Thank you,
relax.
Valerie. No, Heidi, that was just glitter.
Did you almost just die?
Why don't you just put that there? That just shows our mess.
It's a working studio. Everything's a mess. Always. People know that.
We'll see you, Angela. Have a nice one. Thank you for joining tonight.
Whew. Did you guys have as much fun as we did?
He's gonna be jumping on you.
No, I'm just gonna put it up. We're glad you were here, Nicole. So you can always take some Gorilla Tape and put like a circle around your hand, you know, and you take two ends and you tape them together so that you have like an O. Put your hand in there and just tap it on the inside of your mixing cup, and that should pull off any cured resin bits that are left behind. Thank you, Vamp. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. We appreciate it, you guys. So next month is going to be the fire class, and it's going to be amazing. Allie, the sparkle color was Milky Way by Resin Art. You can find that on our website, artistalldup.com. There are different kinds of STONECOAT resin. They have craft coat, art coat, countertop, supercast, and there's another one. Thank you, Bull Swagga.
Supercast. They have YALL.
Oh yeah, they have their. Oh,